Hello guys, today we are going to solve the number of island problems. So what we have given, we have given the grid where 1 represent the land and 0 represent the water. And what is we call island? The island is the connecting adjacent land horizontally or vertically. Yani ki if there is a one which is connected to one other one either horizontally or vertically, not diagonally, then we consider it to our one island. We don't consider them as separate island. We consider them as a individual island if they are connected horizontally or vertically. So how we can check how many island we have? So the input is 2D array and our output that is expected from ours is integer. Now we are going to discuss our approach. So in brute force condition, what we can do is we can check like starting from the 0. If we found out that there is a 1, then we considered it. Then we will check if it's either have the other adjacent horizontal element is 1 or not. If it's not, then we move to the other one. Like how we can approach this, you can think of it like that. In like first of all you will try run for this case so that you can understand what is we call an island. So the first element is 0, the second element is 1, and its adjacent element is also 1, then its next element is also 1, and now its vertical element, its and that element that is down here, the element in the second row adjacent to this element is also 1, and from the first element this one, and this one. So this forms our one island. So our output is 1. In the second grid, this is our one island, this is our second island, this is our third island, and this one is our fourth island. So how we can do this? We can use recursive method here. Like if we have found out that there is a 1, then we will check if either its next element has 1 or not, or its and below element has 1 or not. If it has 1, then we can include it in our answer. If it's not, then we will find out that and make it visited, so the next time we will not visited it. So what we can do is here we make our solver function, helper function, let's say, and pass our grid. Now we pass our current index where we are standing right now. So now what we are going to do is if grid I comma j equals to 1, then we will call our helper grid I plus 1 z j and helper grid I j plus 1. And here we also check if they are not going out of index, and here we will also check if it's not visited. So if grid is not visited, so we will do that thing. So what helper function do here is helper function make all of them visited. Where this going to be? It's already visited. So if grid is not visited, then we will do here and here. I don't think we are going to need this. So now what we're gonna do is in main function we are gonna call our helper function grid I comma j. We are using the for loop for int comma I and I plus plus, and here also int comma j equals to j plus grid I dot size j plus plus grid dot size. Now if grid I comma j equals to 1 and not visited, I comma j, then we will increment our answer and call our helper function. Now let's copy this code, and now we are going to, what will the time complexity of this? First we will discuss our time complexity. So first of all, it's n square times we are calling, and what number of times it's internal going inside the helper function, that we have to gonna consider it. So in worst case, all the elements inside this is already covered. So this gonna take n square in worst case. But let's say we have two helper function, we have two choices at each place. So it's gonna be 2 2 comma n. So the time complexity will be n square big O of n square into 2v power n, where n is the maximum size. The space complexity, we are going to use the visited I comma j, but we can use the inside the grid comma I comma j equals to 0. Then we don't need to use space complexity, will be n square. So now let's code this out. So now I am arranging this so the code looks good. So now I am going to make vector of vector bool visited grid dot size vector bool Now our helper function void helper it contains this grid current index and vector of visited so we first of all make them visited I comma j is visited true. If grid I comma j equals to 1, then we are gonna call helper function of grid I plus 1 j and visited. So if grid I equals to j, this will make the visited. And not visited currently. Now we are gonna run this. I think here we have to pass visited. The spelling mistake here. yes, now we have to make the changes. If I plus 1 is less than grid dot size, if z plus 1 is less than grid 0 comma size, now we have to check which time it's calling. So we call the cout I comma j because it's showing 2 times. I know there is some mistake, but that's the debugging part. 0 comma 1, not 2 comma 0. 2 comma 0 here. Okay. When I minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, when z minus 1 equal to 0, let's see what's going wrong here. I minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, it's correct. Z minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, it has to be correct. Yeah, now it's correct. Let's see what's the time complexity is. So yeah, this is the code.